Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to another stream. Hopefully there's no fighting here, man. I mean, I am gonna lie to the bitch because I don't know, man. The game told me not to tell this bitch the truth, so I'm not gonna tell the bitch the truth. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. Anyways, she knows you. Samara gives a displeased frown and never asks you again. Have you no friends? You must keep coming here to chat with me, or perhaps that I found this extremely hard to believe. You're not completely useless. And says, okay, well, I have to go. Anyways, let me just save real quick, cause like I want to see like the options here. I don't want to do that. Less of your arrogance. You don't know how the power I command. No matter what power you possess, I highly doubt that they'll impress me more than the two Baylors who started a fight in the middle of the city and whom I had to force into obedience. I doubt you'll be a match of the infuriated Marlitheth, robbed by some cunning thief, negotiating that you were hardly more difficult than negotiating with the unknown monster that emerged from Ishtar and planned to devour the whole island in a single gulp. If you seek to impress me, you have to do something more than boasting about your powers. I have a few questions. I want to know more about Nauticola. First, Nauticola, possibility of bringing these strangers from other planes to the city and my harem. What? Shrug smiles. Shamira answers with a venomous voice. What exactly are you expecting to hear from me beyond what any other resident of Ashinira could tell you? Yes, I'm closer to Nauticola than anyone else, but do you think I spell her secrets to you, Our Lady in Shadow? Doesn't need to be discussed behind her back. The scope of her realm, the Midnight Isles, proves that her anger can be extremely dangerous. She is worshipped as on many planes, including Golorion, right? At night, she sometimes come to insane rapists and murderers and paint in their minds pictures of immortality and horror. Masterpiece of lust and despair. She is the first succubus, the most powerful and most seductive, and the murderer of countless demon lords and the usurper of their abyssal realms. Over the bodies of her victims, she climbed to unbelievable heights, and now she stands far above her loathsome brothers, Bainoth. Thus, she has proved her victories were not gained just by the means of her power, but also by her great intelligence and willpower. She was strong, beautiful, and free. It sounds like the beginning of a fairy tale, Camilla says thoughtfully. Or a bad novel. Now, come on now, sweet Camellia. Don't fret. I'm sure your own fairy tale could be far more beautiful. I don't know about that one, man. This bitch is... She's evil. I think we already established that. She's actually evil incarnate. Oh, Count, you haven't the faintest idea what my happily ever after entails. Camilla permits herself a thin, mysterious smile. What kind of harem is this? What do you think? Because I'm Samara, the ardent dream, the chosen lover of the great Nauticola. Every time she grows wary of plots and conspiracy and craves wild passion and warm caress, she comes here to her harem. Oh. Damn. Okay. I seen you with Hasamara at the flesh markets. Tell me about her. Hasamara is an honored guest here in Ashinira. I'm not to discuss her with every stranger I meet. In your mind, Shamira's voice sounds nervous and angry. Don't you use your brain at all, Glorian, to ask such foolish questions? You can't show any open interest in that horrid scum. Did I somehow fail to convey the most important requirement of the task I entrust you is discretion? With a dark sigh, Shamira stalks to speak in a patronizing tone. Azatmara is a mere offshoot of Behemoth line, but a Nehevlith. His own daughter, considered how fertile that old goat is, this might not sound very impressive, but she is the most powerful and capable of all Behemoth children. I can't find her the most powerful, man. You know, consider the fact that Behemoth is like a god of trickster or something like that, you would think someone like more cunning, I guess. I don't know, man. She looks like a fucking bow. I guess she's like goat or something like that. But I'm just saying, man, like you're supposed to be doing schemes and backstabbing. Maybe she is doing schemes and backstabbing. I don't know, man. It doesn't really fit the nature, I guess. To attract her father's attention, she sacrificed her 5 elder brothers, and then to earn his approval, her own mother. Oh my fucking god. Well, demons be demons. Behemoth generously shared his power and knowledge with her. He even gave her the command of his favorite toy, the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth. Moreover, he entrusted her with a secret mission directly linked with the Nahindrian crystals. After that, the Coven Hoof Twit became insufferably arrogant. I could barely stand from refraining to ripping her head off. Be extremely careful during your investigation. Azapmara is strong, cunning, and cautious, to the verge of paranoia. If she catches the merest whiff of your interest, she'll immediately eliminate you, and you better pray to your gods, and not even your shadow points towards my harem, and hints at any of my involvement. How do you achieve such high standing? You don't know my story? That explains why you're not on your knees before me. I was once a celestial being, and my fiery wings carried me from the upper planes to the insignificant little worlds like your Glorion. I give fantasies and dreams, kindle flames in the wild minds of dreamers, and I loved it. Sometimes these fantasies took shapes too daring and unbridled, or so it seemed to me, but I made no effort to stop it. A dream is a bird, not a horse. You can't restrain it. You can only hurt it with your reins. The dream I saw were becoming more and more daring, bolder, and with them, I changed as well. One day, I reject the limit imposed on me by my masters. In a world I was visiting, a wildfire of dreaming broke out. A dreaming so dare and bold it could come to fruition only through great atrocities and monstrous, immortal deeds. I could have stopped it, but I didn't. I was mesmerized by this great vision. I didn't return to my whir, as I would not be accepted. Instead, I descended into the abyss looking for someone who truly appreciated me and the dreams that I bestow. Nocticula noticed my flames blazing over the dark waters of the ocean. She came for me and shrouded me in her shadows. That night was very memorable. Since then, I served her and her closest friend and her right hand. Interesting. You really hate the Aasimar and killed them brutally? The mirror smiles, looking very much like a large, hungry cat that just spotted its next victim. Oh yes, it is an incomparable pleasure to gradually deprive them of everything they once had. First their hope, then their noble appearance, then their innocence, and finally their life. When they scream renouncing everything they once believed in, their masters, their gods, their heritage, it is music to my ears. Okay, you know, cool. Do not for a moment think I am unaware who stole the batch of young Aasimar women from me. The ones who shipped to dunk in the flesh markets. I remember that, Glorion. And I'll also remember that when I don't tell you the fucking secrets. Alright, anyways, save me again. I don't know, man. I don't know if we don't tell her she's gonna kill us because, like, I didn't prepare for this. I completed your task. Chimera annoys you, looking somewhere else, but your mind, you can hear her angry hiss. So speak if you have it! But use your mind instead of flapping your lips. You're mine! I know you've done so much to win Chimera favor, but my heart's telling me that helping her would lead to evil. Forget everything I told you. We'll find another way to complete our mission. It's wrong to fight evil by increasing the power of another evil. Reject the promises of the ardent dream, and we'll have to leave this place before we betrayed ourselves and our ideals. Shout so everyone can hear. Screw you, I have stewed in your ignorance. What? You little piece of filth? I play the spell and twist through your body. Chimera magic crushes your will. With a bit of effort, you manage to force Chimera out of your mind. An angry grimace contorts her face. You cannot break me! Chimera brings more force to bear against you. The vein pulses on her temple. In the heat of the magic, your mind... What? Oh shit, I need to roll like a 13 or higher, basically. Holy. Like wax, your knowledge of the hinge surface of demon. Okay, so we should probably not anger her. Well, actually, I think no matter what, I'm pretty sure she's gonna just DC check me on my will. That means I need wisdom, I believe. I believe wisdom is what gives me... I already have +4. Like, what do you want me to do, man? I already got wisdom. My will save is already 18. I got heroism greater. Other iron will. I also took iron will too, man. Does mind blank gives me protection from oh yeah, it does. So this should be +8 to will, right? It's not +8 to will, it's just plus... I have no idea, man. Oh. Either way, I mean, it's a 24-hour spell, so we should definitely give it. I thought Mind Blink was gonna protect me. I do not serve you, and I would not tell you anything. Chimera with a limited power can read your senses in every eyes. Then, right, you don't serve me. You're an outsider, and by nocturnal will, no one can lay a finger on you. But who will stop me? Chimera crashes your own will. Little check. 4. You can't break me. The latest attack is much stronger, but you muster all your willpower again and you manage to fend it off. Well, there's no way in hell we're gonna roll a higher. Wait, how come this time the difficulty check is only 21? Keep trying, it won't work. Swearing, Chimera unleashes all of her willpower on you. You'll regret that, you little son of a bitch. You refuse to talk? So be it. I'll just rip everything out of your mind. DC check of 25. Why am I so bad, bro? I need resistance. I need something to increase my will save. I think I have a +5, but it's on Sheila. So I think I'm gonna equip that just to get my will up to 23. So I'm more likely to see these rolls. My bad, yo. Also, I realize the cape that I was wearing has a lot of conflict in it. So like, what do you call it? We will have to switch that out eventually. I thought, don't I have +5? I guess I'm gonna have +4. Anyways, take off your cape for a second there, lady. Okay, yeah, 21 looks like it's definitely much better. Oh, if you anger her, the DC check is much higher. I do not serve you, and I will not tell you anything. That's right. You don't serve me. You're an outsider. And my nocturnal will. No one will lay a finger on you. But who will stop me? Bitch. Wait, this difficulty class check is now 17. Holy fuck, man. Nothing can break me. It's random, bro. I think the numbers are just random. The latest check is attack is much stronger, but you muster all your willpower again and fend it off. Keep trying. It won't work. You will regret that, you little son of a bitch. You refuse to talk, so be it. I'll rip everything you know out of your mind. Man, what the fuck? 35? Okay, so it doesn't matter what you do. It's just random, man. Is there anything else I could increase my will with, man? Like, what the fuck? I did not expect a 35 check, you know, out of nowhere, man. It's just random dice roll. 35 is not going to be in our favor because we needed to roll a 14 or higher. And I increased my will too because we switched out our thing for... We need to figure out how to increase wisdom higher. Thing with the hexes is that it only lasts to the first thing. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I think we need wisdom, and that's pretty much it. I don't think spell resistant because it's not like fucking me in the brain with spells. Oh, it feels like it's fucking me in the brains with spells. How about unhorror the aura?
No mistakes.
Nah, I think we just gotta get lucky, man. so hard. It's a skill value of 22, by the way. 20 fucking 2. I don't think there's any other resistances I can stack on top of will. That's crazy though. A 35 save. I would need to roll 13 or higher in order to hit that. Motherfucker, fuck this lady. Yeah, let's just save it so that we are, what do you call it? Remember Count Thor exhausted and hisses with through clenched teeth. You cretin. Get out of my harem now. A buzz hum around the throngs of spectator who witness confrontation. You hear angry curses directed at you, but they ring hollow. For the first time in centuries, Samira has received a public dressing down and witnessed a true delight for the ensemble of demons. Holy shit! 10,000? Shit. Okay, so that's what happened if we resist. Oh. Damn, she's a fucking baddie. Holy. You're rather intriguing yourself.
There's a reason they call me Nocticula, the Lady in Shadow. My words and thoughts are shrouded in darkness.
I take it I finally have your attention.
Yes, your arrival in Alashanira was quite impressive. Rumors have reached me even here, behind my locked gates and my wall of valiant guards. Rumors of a remarkable Galarian taking my Alashanira by storm.
Alashanira. I'm asking for an audience.
You have my permission to enter the palace. Go there and wait. I will arrive when the time is right. Until then, you will be taken care of by one of my servants.
Okay. Also, I want to see what happened if you fail. Because most likely I'm not gonna be replaying this shit, man. I'll be real with you. Oh my god, 2,000 spin for doing Jack. A 10,000 experience though. God damn, it's worth it though, man. Oh damn, we're just that good. Oh my god.
I'll go ahead.
Oops, forgot. I'm just wondering, man, what happened? I wonder if we can lie too. Even besides you, actually he disappeared from thin air. He holds neatly a wrapped package tied with a cord as red as Shamira's hair. Okay. The Slaver Fury. So instead of 10,000 experience, we get an axe. That is interesting, to say the least of things. Okay. I'd rather just take the 10,000 experience. I'll be real with you, man. Don't get me wrong. Having like high level stuff is good because you can sell it and all that business. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm trying to get to level 17 so that we can do the raid on Discari and be like, yo, Discari, I'm about to go shoot you up, pow pow style.
I'll go ahead.
Also, we can't be fucking about here, man. We only got like 3 hours or something like that, a little less than that, because you know your streamer doesn't start on time. What can I say? Probably not gonna do Battle Bliss. Take it back to the Nexus. Maybe I should go see that lady first, just because what you may call it. I'd rather get that all sorted out and ready to go, and also maybe she'll also give me the key to the upper place too. Hopefully this does not end like include the whole quest line, and you know like we got to go back after. But yeah, if we don't get enough experience, then we'll have to do the mythic on top of the thingy, and that'll be like the worst case scenario, man. Just because, you know, like that motherfucker is hard. That motherfucker is hard. Oh my god, we're so close. We're only like 60 something thousand experience, man. That's not close at all. Pretty sure I fought everything too, man. We murder horrible everything.
No reason to pause. As it should be.
Alright, let's see if talking to her ends the thing. We should definitely hard save. This is the run rare time. We should definitely hard save, just because like if it does end the act and we can't do the other shit, then what you may call it. Yeah, because I still need to wait for Rushale to come out, and then Nocticola needs to meet Ember, which we're about to do now.
Ready for anything.
But a fucking will save, man. Anyways, Baylors, now move out the way. Actually, give me a hard save. Damn, I need to talk to them. Bitches, welcome me in. Shit, if you don't mind, I also like to loot a couple of your things, just because, you know, oh shit, we need to pass some knowledge. Fucking checks, bro. We gotta do no knowledge, motherfucker.
I shine in all
Why you
endeavors,
stupid?
even failed ones.
Damn, bro, you need to roll a +4, so 11 or higher. I mean, I believe in this motherfucker. You can roll 11 or higher, you bitch.
Don't even try to gloat.
Nah, this motherfucker's stupid. He fucking stupid, man. I mean, it's a 45% chance.
See?
Thank you, God.
Indispensable.
I need every single experience I can get my hands on at this point, man. I'm desperate. We gotta scrounge up at least 60,000 experience, man. You don't see 60,000 experience. Wait, this lady likes to read?
I'll go ahead.
Oh wait, no, it's just books about massacre. I mean, you know, that's cool. Anyways, there's anybody should shoot up here, man? I need 60,000 experience. What are you guarding, man?
I know the way.
I don't know. I'm just gonna see if we can try to piss them off. Oh, a projector.
I found.
Ooh, a midnight boat.
Something.
Greetings, colleague. I thank you for the selection of materials that arrived with your last letter. Unfortunately, I'm unable to procure even the simplest specialized study at the present. Galorian libraries are out of my reach. Oddly enough, it's easier for me to receive any necessary articles by contacting like-minded individual from the plane of reality. In our letters, we went over to the matter of resurrecting those who step into the murky waters of the river. So evidence showed that those who have appeared before Pharasma judgment and learned their fate in the afterlife do not answer calls from the world of the living. They cannot be revived by any means. But is this really true? Do you think it will be possible to revive such a person at last in long theory? On the another topic, there are known cases of ascension of acquiring divine form through the powers that no one to this day has taken the time to study thoroughly. There are plethora of examples in Galorian history, such as Eredin, who led humankind to civilization, and Yamde, who followed her former mentor into godly hosts. As I ponder these cases, I can't help but wonder, could this process be controlled? Could one create the right conditions, choose the right living material, and bring into a being a creature of divine power? I'm certain that you have encountered similar phenomena in your practice and would like to discuss this further. Perhaps you are still in possession of the notes or drafts that could shed a light. Peculiar.
I sense something.
What a find! Follow my lead.
May glory be showered on your head. Your interest in creations of the demi-planes is understandable. Any individual who have reached a certain level of power seeks for themselves a safe haven, a peaceful place for study and rest. That's why I place my high hopes in your prudence. Remember that any demi-planes is but a shard of one of the true planes that typically remains under the watchful eyes of the powers that be. As such, I do hope that you haven't incurred the wrath of any powers who hold sway over the fringe you subjugated. As for the stabilization, at last there isn't much you can do once the fragmentations and consolidation have been completed. Nonetheless, I have no doubt you were given enough consideration to such important matters and ensure that your creation will be safe for you and your servants. Unless, of course, you're preparing to elaborate trap. Your fellow colleague, Quan something. Alright, cool. The Lexicon Part 2, huh? Key to the last threshold. Many mortal researchers have ventured forth to their scientific curiosity on the phenomenon, and that is the war wound. Nothing is that it appeared. It has its own strange natural phenomena, spontaneously arising ruptures, unique vegetation, and living creatures found neither on Galorion nor the Abyss. Everything is constantly in flux, appearing and disappearing at unpredictable intervals, though this movement and alteration, if not its order, one can detect the logical functioning of organs of a living body. The truth is that, indeed, the war wound possesses a semblance of life, and its very structures presupposes a connection to a living soul. This line of reasoning sometimes leads me to unscientific implications, namely, if the creation is in essence a reflection of the creator, then can we say that the war wounds is a reflection of my soul? The war wound was created and improved, and at the same time, a being of duality was cobbled together from the essence of the abyss and the essence of a mortal the essence of abyss and the essence of a mortal soul. Normally, this process requires an essence taken from a creature with strength comparable to that of an imperial or an abyssal lord, but there are ways to circumvent this requirement, in particular through the use of the Nihindrian crystal's rare power. In this section, I refer to this being as the key, an instrument that allows me to significantly expand and strengthen my original creation. Due to his dual nature and connection to the war wound, the key was given an opportunity to obtain amazing power. However, everything has a price. The war wound is linked to the key, but the key is also linked to the war wound and carry his soul. Like a deadly affliction, this affliction is indeed fatal. The duality of the souls grant amazing powers and primes the soul owner for transformation and for bestowing incredible abilities. But this duality is also slowly killing the owner's soul. This is the problem I have yet to solve. Is that me? Am I the key? I thought I was just a demon primaris, man, but I might not just be a demon primaris. I might be even more powerful than that. Interesting. Anyways, why does this have views on it? The first half of the Lexicon of Paradox lie before you. The commander, which we call a riff, is in fact close to the complete opposite, a stitch or a tie. The secrets of the architect of the war wound lay bare. All that remains is to absorb them and make sense of them and grasp their true meaning. The letters written by the hands of Aurelu Vorlash appeared to have a life on its own. A moment of inattention, and they begin to disperse, changing shape and moving forward the edge of the page as though they're panning to leap off. Focus on the text. Hunter Grey Warden, attention, focus on the couple of the words that seem to only have just swapped places. The words freeze as though they never moved at all, but out of the corner of the eye, the commander sees several words on the other side of the page, beginning a discreet game of leapfrog. Did I click the wrong button? What the? This brings many questions. So, if the war wound closes, does that mean the war wound dies? And if the war wound dies, does that mean I'm die because like we're linked? Ah, fuck.
See? I'm
Thank God, you're the GOAT. You're the GOAT. And if this is the case, then Nocticola is definitely working with whatchamacallit, the lady, cause whatchamacallit. Oh, I gotta read that in order to get the knowledge. But what does it all mean, though?
Something is not right here.
I have no idea, man.
I know the way.
I was hoping the Lexicon Paradoxia something was gonna give me more mythic powers, but maybe it's not the time. Anyways, fatal affliction to one's soul. So I have to be the key, right? One would assume. I mean, you know, like, come on, Hunter, you're fucking main character syndrome, dog. Well, I am the main character. Alright, join the two halves of the Lexicon Paradox. Hunter Grey Warden brings the two halves of the Lexicon together, but nothing happens. No magic spark, no extraordinary transformation. Lexicon of Paradox remains in two rip halves. All that happens in the lines of the text begin to move before his eyes. The letter of the two halves are stringed to merge into words, but they cannot. Try to compare the words of the Lexicon two halves to grasp their hidden meaning. Ah, fuck. As soon as the commander's thoughts turn to the Lexicon hidden meanings, the words begin to move faster before his eyes. The phonetic motion of the words bring to mind a wasp's nest that just been kicked. The words arrange themselves into sentences and phrases to begin to make sense, but it's a trap, a snare that will force the uninformed reader to set aside the book aside. The Lexicon fights back against the commander effort as if issuing a challenge. Can Hunter Grey Warden unravel the secret knowledge around it? I have 6. I have 13. I have 26. And I have 8. Focus the description of the anatomy of the mythic creatures. Fuck! I am glad I put points into nature at least, because yeah. if I didn't put any points into nature, I think, you know, like 12 is fine. 12 means, you know, like, what is it, 30 something percent odds? And you know, like, those are not like the worst odds. Of course, they're not the best odds. An uninformed reader might drown in the anatomical descriptions of the mythic creatures, but Hunter Grey Warden easily isolates the relevant phrases from the hive of books, as if realizing that their efforts are now moot. The decrypted phrases decamp from the phonetic box of letter. Oh, okay, so but I need to pass all of this. Nino! Why can't I use Nino? There's no way hell we're gonna decrypt all that shit, man. I'm not gonna be able to fucking get... Yeah, I mean, we have the crit roll of 20, and that's like 5%. Okay, so you basically don't want to do that just yet, then. I don't know why it's not using my companions, because usually with these things they use your companions, but this time around they don't use your companions. Like what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Okay, let me try one more time. Maybe I'm stupid. Yes, trying to have, try to find hidden meaning. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why this time it only does. It only gives me one fucking check, bro. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. How much XP do we get for seeing that one check? Okay, it's only 400 experience, so it's not something crazy. All right, so we're gonna set aside the book for the time being, just because I'm not entirely sure how to get everything. I guess maybe you're not supposed to get everything, or I guess you got to make an insanely scholarly character if you want to get everything. But I'm like, dude, I'm fucking stupid as fuck. I'm fucking stupid as fuck. What is this? As you know, my dear addressee, given the scope of the planes, time is a relative... Oh my god, bro. In the abyss, it can be more unreliable. Therefore, I do not allow myself in vain hope that my message will reach you in time. Come on, bed. Can you go?
I know the way.
Your final question was about the possibility of a complete awakening of the memories of a mortal life within a soul that has already passed through Pharasma judgment. I will send you the research on the cases of which I am aware of such an awakening. Took place. Come on with it. Despite the fact that this list is quite extensive, my conclusion is that such recorded cases are the rarest exception to the rule, and with the absolute majority of souls, an occurrence such as this cannot happen. I have no idea, man. Both the wonder and the tragedy of mortal life or mortality lie in the fact that there is a certain movement after which the process is final and irreversible. The essence that departs the judgment of the Lady of the Graves is no longer what it was in life, and we as scientists must account for this in the system of knowledge we are constructing. Alright, so far she's giving me like nothing that is substantial, man, other than the fact that, you know, they're trying to bring back someone that have been judged by the Lady of Graves. Man, that was not substantial at all, bro. Oh, what the fuck did that even do? What the fuck does that even mean? Alright, I think we searched everything, right? Multiple books, fragment. I was really hoping the lexicon was going to give me more superpowers, man. Very disappointed. Very disappointed. Anyways, Naticula is such a fucking baddie, bro. I should have took Nino, bro. Like, high key, should have took Nino, because she's a fucking scientist, man.
See? I'm indispensable.
Never mind, you're indispensable. You're the GOAT. You're the GOAT. Let him goat up. Don't mind me. I'm just, you know, I'm just inspecting the thing, making sure no one has any illegal stuff in their thing. Yeah. See? I'm just expecting, see? I'm just expecting, huh? Yeah, free Embro, see?
I'm glad I was useful to you. I finished here.
Dragon
I'll
bones.
go ahead.
I mean, dinosaur bones. Dinosaurs. I wonder if there's a little plane that just has dinosaurs on it, dude. Fucking become a barbarian, go dinosaur hunting. Lady in Shadow. You know, I never thought these guys were gonna be so, I guess, studious. I don't know, man. I thought these guys were gonna be a little bit murder hobo, but then again, it did say that, you know, like this person, like they're not just, you know, a brute killing everything. They actually got some of that
Follow my lead.
intelligence. Wow, that's a really cool floor, buddy. It makes me real scared to walk on it. Oh.
Greetings.
You know, Orlo Borlash, kind of also a baddie, man. Anyways, a steady shadow comes towards you, hands, a small mirror sparkles and shimmers with the unsettling lights. Greetings, Hunter Grey Warden.
Greetings, Commander.
The judge called Suture grins as if he shifts clumsily from foot to foot in a crude attempt at a courtly bow. I came to speak. What are you doing, Horulu? And with Suture in tow?
The Suture is my servant. I did not expect him to rush into the abyss after me, but I have allowed him to remain with me while I take care of some business. However, you asked what I am doing here. I bring answers.
What do you mean?
You have walked a long path, one where shadows constantly flicker at the edge of your vision, and questions multiply like flies above carrion. It is time for answers. At least some of them.
Okay. Oh, damn, we're going to a whole new section? Oh, damn, it's rewind time, everybody.
Day 16, Aridus 4715. Experiment, transformation. Subject, let's skip that. Objective.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we kind of figured that we were injected with the Nihindrian crystals.
The soul of the subject. Expected result.
Oh, fuck.
The time has come to put my plan into action.
I didn't mean to skip. I don't know what you said. Hopefully that's important. Damn, look at her juice me up. Hell yeah. I guess I was already juiced up.
You are my creation.
Your
Your power was my gift. Now you know.
I say I believe you. Why do you need to do this? To do all this?
You are asking the right questions, but the time has not yet come.
Interesting. So we are Demon Primaris. Well, we're human, but we came from the Demon Primaris project. But we might be stronger than the Demon Primaris because we might be linked to the War Wound itself. We are the key. I can tell you this: if we ever tell Godfrey this shit, she's gonna fucking find my ass and freaking strung my ass up because she's gonna be like, "You're the key to close everything."
Ah, such special memories. Remember the laboratory, do you? I told you back then. Go on, look around. See all the ones Lydia really worked on. Here with us is definitely the place for you.
Motherfucker, Suture. Hey, give me more, man. I saved your life, man. I guess your life was worth 35,000 gold, but, you know, I shot up the entire goddamn flesh market. The unseen angel does not speak, but his silence seems to thunder in your ears. Well, yeah, you know, realizing that the one, your chosen one is part of Orlu Village Primaris project, maybe even, you know, what you call Primarch. We might be on the level of a Primarch, man. Which means we might be a demigod, is what I'm trying to say. We might be on a demigod level status. Especially since we're linked with the War Wound, and the War Wound is linked with us. But the War Wound is also its own entity. Well, as long as the War Wound doesn't turn into a lolly, we should be good.
Your power is of the same kind as that of Nulkaneth, Jeribeth, and the other demons that you have met. The power of the Nihindrian crystal dissolved into the blood lies within your soul. I have already hinted at this to you once before, when I left the essence along with the lexicon of paradox in my old laboratory, and ordered the Suture to make sure the gift found its way into your hands.
Okay, sorry about that. Got really interrupted. What were we doing? I have already hinted you to this once before when I left the essence of the lexicon paradoxa in my old laboratory and ordered the suture to make sure this gift found its way in your hands.
But there is more. Do you remember when you were taken to Canobris with a wound that would not heal? Do you remember how Terendelev apparently healed you? That was merely an illusion. The dragon was only able to temporarily dull the pain. In fact, it was I who saved you, when I came to you in the caves and implanted a crystal within you. No, saved is not the right word. Your wound is still not healed. That is why your wound weeps blood from time to time, every drop of which burns your enemies.
Interesting. As if to confirm her words, the blood begins to seep from your wounds on your chest. Every flame seems to dance within the crimson drops. So can I get healing, please?
This is pure essence of Nahindrian crystal. My invention is far superior to the crystals used by Xanther, which were barely refined at all. It will give you new strength and help you to overcome the wound that still slumbers within your soul. Take it. Take it, and you will see that this is the very power that has lived in you since the Battle of Canobris.
Oh my god, I swear to god, man. I'm just trying to live my life, man. Okay. What happened? This Nahindrian crystal, my invention is far superior than the crystal used by Xantir, which was barely refined at all. It will give you new strength and help you overcome the wound that is still slumber within your soul. Take it, and you will see that is the very power that has lived in you since the Battle of Canobris. That's not gonna work. You need to tell me everything first.
Very well, then. Ask your questions and I will answer.
What is this wound in my soul and how dangerous is it?
It was my mistake. My failure. I failed to... The tale is too long to recount here. Your wound is a reflection of the world wound in a way. It is very dangerous, even if you do not yet realize it. It is not a disease, but rather an abscess, which will one day burst and kill you. It cannot fully be healed until the world wound is healed. No doubt you have felt this affliction on several occasions. It awakens when you use your power. It makes you sense more strongly what mortals call the corruption of the abyss. Until the world wound is healed, you will have no peace.
Oh, interesting. So, if the war, I guess if the war wound is closed, then I'll be closed. You follow me.
Like a witch in a fairy tale, I watched over you from birth. From before that, even. And I kept detailed notes. You were chosen and prepared for a special destiny.
Interesting.
Aside from this, I helped you, even when you were unaware of my presence. I saved you and your unfortunate companions when you fell into the crevice in Canobris. In the Grey Garrison, it was I who distracted Minago to allow you to approach the Wardstone. And in Dresden, I appeared under the guise of Yoniel to guide you toward the Sword of Valor.
Yep, she did do that.
And I also left you a present in my old laboratory, and told the Suture to see that you received it. I knew that sooner or later you would find your way there. That place exerts a powerful pull.
Turns out you helped me thwart the plans of your master Behemoth and Iskari.
They are not my masters, they are a resource.
Thing? Why the whole ploy with the lab necessary? You were ready to sacrifice your servant, the Suture, for it.
You always have to sacrifice something. I wanted you to go to the laboratory to see with your own eyes what I had been doing and what I am capable of, so it would be easier for you to accept the truth. The laboratory is the place where I prepared your ascent. And the Suture was the only one who I could trust to execute my plan and explain everything. After all, he too once experienced rebirth at my hands. And that is why I was willing to risk his life.
Look at that, I actually provoked a reaction. The second time your expression has changed when I mentioned the Suture. Now I know the Architect of the Wound Rune is capable of feeling remorse. If only she sends her dredge minion on a deadly mission.
I see I am not the only one making observations and drawing conclusions. You are analyzing me. That is commendable.
Tell me about the Nihindrian crystal. Start from the beginning.
Nihindrian crystals are formed from the solidified blood of demon lords. Their properties are not well known, even among the inhabitants of the Abyss. And there are reasons for this. Acquiring the blood of a dead demon lord is very difficult. After a demon lord dies, their body is instantly absorbed into the Rift of Repose. Only the Lady in Shadow knows how to kill them in a way that allows her to preserve the bodies of her fellow lords and transform them into a solid state. That means that Nihindrian crystals cannot be obtained anywhere other than the Midnight Isles.
AKA, she just doesn't kill them. Or at least get close enough to inject the crystal into them, and then they die. Well, you know.
Or rather, it was impossible until recently, when I managed to experimentally obtain a crystal from the blood of a still living lord. You saw the result. A dagger made from Discare's freshly shed blood, which I left for you in Canabris. As regards the use of the crystals, that is a discussion that would take time, a very long time. Someday I will finish my groundbreaking treatise on the transformation of Nihindrian crystals, although it is unlikely I will ever publish it.
They figure out how to use the crystal to imbue living creatures with power.
Not just any creatures, demons and half-demons. The soul must have a stable connection with the Abyss.
Okay, so
in
we're
order for it
definitely
to
half
receive
demon
the
then.
Power of the crystal. Experiments involving tieflings and mongrels failed because the voice of the Abyss was not strong enough within them.
But I'm not a demon.
I wasn't a demon either when I started. But there are always ways to circumvent, or even to override the laws of the universe. I changed myself by knitting my soul together with the essence of the Abyss. And I changed you. Do you remember the fits of rage that began shortly after Discare's attack on Canabris? This is how the second half of your soul manifested itself. Not yet fully aware. Not yet awakened. It's a pity you did not choose to let your demonic nature take hold. The result would have been most impressive.
I think it's so impressive that we were able to merge with angelic power, considering the fact that we are part demon. Well, I mean, we saw that the angels and demons can coexist in a body, but I just get it's crazy, man, that the angels can, I guess, grant power to demons, or at least half demons.
All those arrogant crusaders, those knights with their eyes ablaze, those pious priests. They have installed at the head of their magnificent army a scion of the Abyss. The creation of the architect of the world wound, whom they so revile.
It's great to see you here in Articulate Place. Who do you really serve?
Both. And neither. I have served both Discari and Baphomet, and not merely as the lowest in the pecking order. But I do not think you'll be surprised when I tell you that to me, both of these mighty lords are merely convenient temporary sources of power. And their time is almost at an end. But the Lady in Shadow is different. She is the preeminent ruler. Soon you will understand this for yourself.
My power is different from Jerbeth, Nuke, Kenneth, and the other demons.
Yes, because I taught Xanther and the other servants of Baphomet and Discari the earliest version of this transformation ritual. I spent decades perfecting it until I obtained the power that I gave to you. Power in its most purified form, cleansed of the filth and chaos inherent within the original blood of the demon lords.
Interesting. So I am kind of like a Primarch. I do think. I mean, Abyssal. I'm assuming Abyssal Lords is on the level of a god, hopefully, because then I'll be a demigod. Oh my god, which would be kind of crazy, man. Human soul combined with what do you call it? Demon Lord essence, basically.
Your power is as pure as thrice distilled water. But it resonates with other powerful sources of supernatural power, such as the Sword of Valor. And your power can change. You must have realized this already. You have shaped my gift into a form that you yourself have chosen. You are seeking answers, trying to understand the crux of the matter. That is good.
What I want to know is, what do you want from me?
Patience. Before we continue, I want you to receive your power.
Technically, you should not trust demons, but like in a war against Demon Lord second in command, I might have to do it, man. Fucking power. I will not refuse this power, but I'll decide how to use it. No, cat, you can't get the. Oh god, the cat's juicing up. Holy shit, it is more mythics. Oh, thank you, God. But isn't this kind of heretical, though? We only power up by getting demon essence. Shouldn't, you know, Ayamade be giving me power-ups too, man? This feels kind of one-sided in terms of, like, who's giving me the power here, man. I guess then again, whether or not you should choose the power or not kind of affects, you know, I guess you can reject power. You can reject your given, oh, I mean, not your birthright, but, you know, like, the things that people set in motion for you already. You trust the essence. The power so familiar and clear flows you like a river. The powers that courses through your is immense. The wound in your chest closes up as if never existed.
Now you know. You truly know.
Enough! Enough of this madness! I was blind. O Lady of Heaven, how blind I was. I saw holiness in the half-fiend's creation.
Wow! Now you show your true colors.
But is it truly possible? Angelic light in a creature of darkness? Am I tricking myself into thinking that I have been deceived? Forgive me, champion. I must leave you. I must collect myself. Pray. Reflect. Find me in the Nexus.
He adds Dolly and disappears.
I want to help you close the world wound.
But why? Holy shit, she's a baddie. Well, actually, we already knew that, but you know, holy. All the words were cut off by quiet laughter. Sitting on the throne that was empty moments ago is none other than Articula, the ruler of Ashinira, the Midnight Isles, a powerful demon lord, one they call Our Lady in Shadow. Her red lips curl in an ironic smile, and her large eye observe you with keen interest.
You were about to say, we are going to close the world wound, weren't you, Arilu? I see no reason to continue deceiving this mortal. Now I am convinced that he is quite worthy of serving me. I will even reward him with a modicum of knowledge about the events in which he is about to take part.
Greetings to you, Our Lady in Shadow.
Damn, okay, Arushale.
It's nice to see that even surrounded by mortals, you haven't forgotten who your mistress is, Arushale. You may rise.
I didn't mean to. I don't know why I did it.
Arushale stays awkward and looks at Axilla first and then you with a stunned expression. Let's just bow respectfully.
Your manner does not lack courtesy. That is to be commended.
I mean, consider the fact that this bitch is a demon lord, bro. You know, it probably like the least person you want to disrespect right now.
I have had my eye on you for a very long time. You see, it was at my behest that Lady Vorlesh imbued you with such incredible powers. But I was curious to see your worth as an individual, not as Lady Vorlesh's creation. Thus, I decided to postpone our meeting and see how you'd fare in Alashanira, and whether or not you could win respect and power among those not so easily impressed by outstanding magical abilities. Well, you've passed my test adequately by proving that your character and your will are stronger than the Nahindrian powers Lady Vorlesh has vested in you.
Okay.
You are wise, my lady. However, only those who have never known or forgotten what it is like to be mortal can so easily dismiss the importance of power. To be someone whose life is fragile and can be cut short at any moment, like a candle snuffed out by a gust of wind.
It is a shame your angel has left you, mortal. I would have liked to talk to him. I don't expect I will get another chance, as that celestial buffoon's days are numbered.
Why do you think the Hand of Terror is gonna die?
Because he charged off all alone into the vastness of the abyss. An old friend awaits him there, the Echo of Discari. And the Echo has been anticipating this meeting for a long time.
How does the Echo of Discari prey upon the Hand of the Inheritor?
Envy, humiliation, ego. The usual playthings of little boys from all planes and realities. The Echo suffered more than one defeat. First at Eridan's hand, then under the onslaught of the forces of heaven. Those routes taught him to attack his enemies by stealth, boldly and often, killing and crippling anyone close to the light-bringing goddess. Now, it seems, he has decided the time has come. The Herald of Iomade himself is in the abyss alone, without a retinue of lesser angels.
Tell me about the Echo of Discari.
He is a strange creature, a bespoke creation, so to speak. Long before the world wound was opened, Discari, that little cricket, was seeking a way to have some fun on Galarian and assert his influence there. One day, he decided to gather a few strong mortal followers, fuse them together into one being, and pump that being full of his own power, in the belief that something worthwhile would come of it. That is how the Echo came to be. To the great dismay of both the Echo and the Lord of Crickets, the Echo was greeted by Eridan, protector of humankind. Eridan gave the Echo such a thorough thrashing, the whole abyss thought him dead. And yet he was not. Cricket, the younger, is alive and well, though I cannot say the same for Eridan. But the Echo remembers his humiliation still. He hates anything and everything related to Eridan, especially his inheritor, Iomade. Her heralds, her priests, her temples. He would hate Iomade's pet pug, if she had one.
So vindictive for no reason, bro. The Hand of Terror told me his magic eyes receive all evil spawns of the abyss, but not yours?
Perhaps you don't know everything about me yet, mortal. Perhaps you made the same mistake as many before you, and many who were more insightful and more powerful than you. By presuming to know what to expect from the Lady in Shadow.
I see.
He's an interesting little bird, that angel. Before he became the Herald of Iomade, he served Regathiel, the General of Vengeance. I've always found the fate of that Imperial Lord to be quite fascinating. Did you know that the father of the Upper Plains' top military leader was a devil from hell? Regathiel had to achieve many feats to redeem his unholy legacy in the eyes of the other Imperial Lords. But he did. A remarkable tale, is it not?
That's interesting. Demons can so demons can redeem themselves, huh? I'm kind of interested with her meeting with Ember and seeing how this is gonna turn out. Consider the fact that a devil from hell can become one of the Upper Plains' top military leaders. So I mean, like, what's stopping Naticla to do it? The conversation is interrupted by a concerned-looking succubus who silently approaches Naticla and then begins firmly whispering in her ears. Naticla's expression turns hard and cold. As Naticla ponders the new development, the messenger makes an eye at you playfully. You recognize those green eyes, except for they were awash with pain when you last saw them. Their owner bleeding out of the caverns of the Nexus. The succubus smiles slyly and gives you a wink. Well, we fell for a trap.
Another island, another loss. Enough. I warned them that I would not stand for the desolation of my realm. They have not heeded me, and they will regret it. Go to your sisters and tell them to prepare.
Wait a minute. I know you.
Yes, you've already met Laulia, my talented assistant. I've heard she was very convincing at acting out her tragic death in the mines of the Nexus. As you can see, I've been watching you since your very first moments in the Abyss. And even a little earlier. I have prepared a beautiful intrigue that will topple many of your enemies and seal the world wound forever, ending the threat to Galarian. And you have the chance to become part of that intrigue.
My companion Ember would like to speak with you.
Ember? So that's her then? Well, approach. I have heard you bleating your pathetic prayers at me. You have some nerve addressing me with such nonsense. Did you think I would simply repent? Renounce my status as a demon lord? Do you have any idea what I had to do to acquire it? Wait, what is this?
Tears rolling down Ember's cheek as she sniffles noisily. She presses her mam hand against her heart as she stares at Naticla. Her fragile form shudders from weeping. Why have you brought this simpleton here? This is, a Shinira, not Neurosian. We don't give alms here.
I can't stand these noises. Do you think you're the first to try to move me with a display of tears? It only makes me angry. If you wish to speak, then wipe your nose and speak clearly.
Holy shit. Ember's truly the MVP, man. Who else can catch a demon lord off guard?
I know what you had to do to others and to yourself. I'm so sorry. So sorry. If only I could ease your pain somehow. Calm your sorrows.
Well, she believes that deep down everyone is good, even creatures that are evil by nature.
I don't know what nature is and don't care a whit about cosmic good and evil. They are but labels thought up by philosophers. I know what power is. Pleasure. Desire. All this childish babble merely amuses me. Nothing more.
Okay.
So, where were we? My pain? My sorrows? What nonsense are you talking? Don't tell me you pity me.
I'm so sorry. You're the most miserable soul I've ever seen. I've seen people burned alive. People being devoured by monsters. People burying their children. They were in pain. So much pain. But I've never seen anyone in as
saccharine drivel. What do you even know of me, Nat?
I've seen your city. You were the one who built it. It is the way you wanted it to be. It holds all of your dreams, all of your heart, and everyone in this city is suffering. Everywhere, all the time, every minute. All who live here are hurting and scared. If these are its citizens, how miserable must its ruler feel?
Ember, we're in the abyss, Ember. That's their kind of like modus operandi or something like that, man. So oh no, okay.
And this is what you brought her to me for. You think this infantile sniveling is worthy of my attention?
Let's not downplay her. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is out, which means 1 is the way. I've seen truth in her wisdom more than once. Perhaps it would benefit you to listen to her as well.
As if I hadn't seen enough sanctimonious bores in my life. So, what do you suggest I do, preacher? Beg the good gods' forgiveness? Devote myself to serving a sword-swinging upstart, perchance? Or that old crone, the moon?
Holy shit, imagine if she managed to convert the fucking demon god over to the Church of Ember, bro. Shit. Ember might just become a saint at that point, man.
No. Gods can't help anyone. They're just like us mortals. Silly, frightened, clueless. You're almost goddess yourself. You know better than anyone that no one can save you. No one except you.
Okay, let her cook. Let her cook.
Save me? From what exactly?
From yourself. From what you've done to yourself. From the city you've imprisoned yourself in. Listen, you are a queen, but you're the queen of pain and filth. Your realm is a realm of your own suffering. You're almost goddess. You can do anything you want. So why won't you make yourself happy? You could become the Redeemer Queen.
No, Ember. You think she's really gonna do that, Ember? I mean, you speak a lot of sense right now, Ember.
The Redeemer Queen. That's new. Never in all my years have I heard anything like that. Well, child, enough joking. Get out of my sight, or I'm afraid I might decide to keep you here forever as my fool.
I'm sorry, I can't let you do that because she's kind of the GOAT in terms of our touch attack DPS. So, you cannot keep her. She's our Ember.
Do you think she took my words to heart?
I mean, who knows?
I suppose you're right. We'll see what happens.
I told you to get out! I don't want to hear your squeaky voice again!
The Orlu Valdash... The Orlu really created me? Apparently had a hand in your present state of existence. Lady Vorlash designed the War Wound, a magical phenomena of unfathomable power. To seal it, we require a key that was just as strong and unique. Simply put, we require a champion, and she chose you. Both your powers and your wound on your chest were a result of her experiment. When she infused your soul with the essence of the abyss, of course you remember none of that. Everything was done in secret. Even the power granted you was purified to the extent that it was possible so that you would not guess its source ahead of time. Well, we still figure it out. I guess it's because she left the notes, right? In the trial after trial, we watched your will be tempered, and when the time came, we started filling you with the energies of the Nihindrian crystals. These energies are necessary for the task at hand. Everything that happened to you was part of my intrigue. I was going to summon you and reveal the truth when the time was right. Instead, you followed your queen orders and arrived here early. One can only hope that you were prepared to accept the truth. Everything has its price, said Orlash quickly. Your wound was, in essence, the flip side of all my experiments. There was a reason why we require a true champion, not a living tool whom we could fling into the flames of the war wound. It's close and close it. like any lesser rift. I think you should know that. Says just covering Olu off. Don't be too hasty. We have burdened him enough with the revelations for now. Give him time to become accustomed to the truth about himself. Then you can share other details. What exactly are you offering me? I'm offering you a chance to become my weapon. Your enemies are the thorn to my side as well. What's more, I never schemed against Galorion, nor have my warriors taken part in the conquest of your plane. At least not at my behest. There's no cause of enemy between us. Well, you know, you're not wrong. I don't think we killed that many succubus, and people who did follow her, we didn't really, you know, go out of the way. Why would you want the wound closed? That's also what I want to know. The war wound open, I was pleased. My realm now connected to another plane. I wanted to make it into a crossroad of worlds, a place where demons and devils and even angels can meet. The wound was so convenient path along which I could advance my ideas. But the Midnight Isles were not the only realm that has been linked to Glorion through the war. Mascari and Behemoth now also has a way from their realm into your plane. Their servant flooded my island and spread out across like the plague of locusts, killing their guests who were under my protection, questioning my rule. They were driven by their lust to conquer and enslave, whether on Glorion or in another abyssal realm. I was forced to shift my focus and express my discontent. Eventually, atop of the bones of our servants, we reached an accord. I will let their armies pass, and they will comply with my wishes while on my islands. Of course, the accord is a polite fiction. Both the Scariites and Baomites are attempting to amass their power and influence in Ashinira to overthrow me. When they think I'm not watching, they break my taboos and reveal in their revel in their own impudence. And worst of all, Lady Vorlash told them about the Nihindrian crystals. They realized what kind of power the crystals hold, and now they're determined to mine every last deposit hidden within my island. And once an island loses a crystal, it becomes nothing but a flotsam, slowly sinking in the dark waters of Ishtar. With every lost island, my power is diminished. I could start a war and kill and plunder, but the major conflict would hinder some of my other plans. So instead, I'll teach my neighbor a lesson by orchestrating their magnanimous defeat at the hands of a mortal. Well, I might become a god by the end of this, man. At least a demigod by the end of this. What do I gain by serving you? A reasonable question. One must always serve one's own interests. Well, rest assured, you will be adequately rewarded. I will give you gifts befitting your ambitions, and my patronage, which you can certainly count on, will be proved more valuable than any enchanted trinkets you can dream of. If you're so powerful, why do you need me? If I were to make a move myself, it would start a war. Now, not that I'm afraid of doing so, but it will hamper any more important plans. Behemoth and Discari could never best me, but they could sow enough chaos and spill enough blood that visitors from other planes would shudder at the mention of a Shinra. No, I will wage war on my own terms in the shadows, and I remain unseen until I drive the blade into my enemy's back. And since Godfrey hasn't sent you to Realm, you have been honored of becoming my blade, mortal. Be glad that you're wielded by skillful hands. We should also reveal how our blade will be employed. We can discuss the details later when the moment is right. Right now is not the time for idle conversations. What exactly do you plan to close the war wound? It's a complicated magical process. You receive precise instruction once you capture the Threshold Fortress on Glorion. That is exactly the spot where Lady Vorlash opened the war wound, and you'll be able to close it. But first, you have to crush the Guardian of the Threshold, and their forces are growing day by day. Azapmara, Behemoth's daughter, is mining a large number of Nihindrian crystals in my realm. These crystals are her secret weapon. No army on Glorion can stand against them. You must stop Azapmara. If you do not, your war will fall, and my plans will suffer significant harm. At one time, I disclosed the secrets of transformation to two servants of Behemoth and Skari, Zentir Vang and Mustafan. It was a well-calculated gambit, which bought us time and assured both Behemoth or Discari and Behemoth of my loyalty. Mustafan is Azapmara's favorite. He oversees the transformation for our army. Azapmara is currently on another island far from here. The route to that place is plagued by pirates, monsters, and tempests, and other more terrifying dangers. Have you heard of the living bubbles of frozen time that swallows airship, and when the airship reach port, their crews discover that they've been gone for 100 years? This is not a strange occurrence if you could remember, or you can encounter on your journey. I'm willing to bribe you with a decent ship and experienced crew. If you kill Azapmara, it will stop her sinking any more of my islands, but without giving Behemoth a cause to declare war on me. I mean, losing his favorite daughter. Also, bringing ire to his favorite. Bring ire from Behemoth. I guess then again, Behemoth already hates my ass. So, you know, killing his daughter, the dearest daughter. I don't know, man. That might be an escalation. Tekla casts a sidelong glance at Arushale. Then again, I'm not offering you anything new, as you're already enjoying my favor. Commander, your commander is a succubus, and I'm a succubus queen. This demon follows you around only because I allow it. Tell me, Arushale, are you grateful that I'm not forbidding you from traveling with the commander and fighting against your own kind? The succubus reluctantly lowered her head. You're incredibly generous, Our Lady in Shadow. Dale winks at you. So what do you think, Commander? Personally, I'd rather take my chances rolling to this another island far from the here in a rusty bucket than make deals with Lady in Shadow. I'll steer. Why is it important to kill Zathmara? Ascari and Behemoth won't just stand there and watch you close the war wound. They'll send their armies after you, so you need an army of your own. That is something the Crusader won't have for long. Zathmara is biting more and more Nahindrian crystals to empower her forces when she attacks Golorion. If you don't stop her, the Crusader resistance will be crushed and your ranks of demons pouring through the war wound into your war will multiply 100-fold. You were sent here to cut off the demon's army supply of Nahindrian crystal, weren't you? Well, that's exactly what you're gonna accomplish. I'll consider your offer, Lady in Shadow, and accept it. I'm sure I respect your caution and I won't force you into submission. We all stand to gain if you do my bidding of your own volition. A glimmer of approval dances in Nocticular eyes. An interesting destiny lies before you, mortal. You will rise to great heights and play a part in the events of titanic proportions. Many would have given their life for a chance to tread such a path. Zathmara visits a Shin'ira every now and then, but her true lair is far from here. She hides on the island of Kofir to the northwest of my archipelago. There lies her secret fortress in the deep mines. Her slaves dig out Nahindrian crystals for the invading army she plans to bring in Golorion. I'll give you a magnificent airship and experienced aircrew to take you there. It'll be a long and perilous journey. Take some time to prepare. Interesting. I want to ask you about the other powerful denizens of the Abyss. Are your interests of one of my servants, or do you wish to tell me something about your enemies? What is your relationship with Orlu? He works for me, isn't it obvious? Lady Vorlash is very talented. She may be the most brilliant and capable minds ever to come to your plane, and guile she used to betray one demon lord master after another impressed me so much that I offer her the position of advisor on my matters of magic. Naturally, the esteemed Lord Goat and the Lord Locust don't know a thing about the betrayal of their faithful lackey, Lady Vorlash. I plan to keep it a secret for a while longer. Betrayal is too strong of a word. I opened a path to Golorion for those two, and I told them how to exact the power from Nahindrian crystals. That would suffice. Doesn't it bother you that Orlu serves another master? I'm not prone to jealousy. Let Discari think Lady Vorlash serve him still. His buck brain seems incapable of sensing betrayal. As for Behemoth, he, like any talented liar, is the most vulnerable when he's trying to deceive someone else. He was so pleased to have fooled Discari that he became blind to treachery that was happening right under his snout. In truth, Lady Vorlash's loyalty is mine alone. Loyalty is for fools. Share interests. That is what rational minds rely upon. That and fear, and no one has the right mind would oppose the Lady in Shadow. How did Orlu become your servant? When the war wound was first opened, it only led to the Discari realm, but then there was another and more powerful breach. The wound expanded, and its path now crossed through my realm and Behemoth as well. Before long, all sorts of interlopers had heard about the power contained within the crystals here at the Midnight Isles were soon overrun with agents from my new neighbors. They flouted my embargo, barely greedily into my rocks and stealing my crystals. The main culprit one was Orlu Vorlash. She was the one who discovered the energy of the Nahindrian crystals, and I had to capture her, and was about to carry out her agonizing execution when the Lady Vorlash offered me something I desired even more than her death. She entered my service, and her main task since then had been to close the war wound. Once it's sealed, my realm will once again be cut off from those of Behemoth and Discari, and their slaves will no longer be able to infiltrate my islands with such ease. Do you remember the elven archmage who used to serve you 1,000 years ago? He's still alive, by the way, and we know each other. Really? Well, he was well past his youth back then, and now, just how old is he? Can mortals even live that long? Well, apart from your immortal Azanti, say hello to him on behalf of the Lady in Shadows, and tell him that the one who replaced him has disappointed me immensely with his incompetence. No matter how hard he tried, he could never live up to my magnificent elf. You know, you managed to surprise me, a rare occurrence for someone who knows just about everything. The Bat of Ironlash until it sends you a piercing gaze, one that feels like it's diving into your deepest corner of the soul. Well, are Behemoth and Discari your allies? The Goat and the Locust? Allies are too strong of a word for our relationship. Our connection was forged by circumstance, not of desire to deal with each other. When the war wound opened, it's tied your word to our realms. I did not join my armies with theirs, but I was forced into making peace with them, as so not to be bogged down in a tiring and distracting war. If I had the opportunity, I would have met them on my own terms and expanded my territory at their expense. And it was just with a thin smile. Unfortunately, it's not currently possible. By the way, one of them came to me with an offer of an atrocious alliance that involved conceiving little ones together. I'm still contemplating the specifics of my refusal. It needs to be clear and unambiguous. Damn. I'd be very surprised if it's the Skari. I think it has to be Behemoth, man. Be like, Behemoth will not be. I mean, dude, imagine the children though, like little goats and little goat assassins. That'd be horrifying, man. Her ensuring laughter is deep and musical, almost enchanting. Everything's clear to me now. I want to know more about you. Kind of my whole story would take longer than your brief mortal life allows. The list of demons Lord I slain is endless on its own, as the number of islands under my rule that is just past there is also my future. How do you become a demon lord? Bear in mind that I've always been unique, and ever since I was born, I was the first succubus of the abyss, the perfect specimen of my race. I've been enjoying my youth, sharing it with my brother and lover. Sweet home Alabama. Well, now we know why there's a palace of fucking degeneracy, or we call it incest and degeneracy. Until the angry gaze of the demon lord Nahindri fell upon me. That greedy tyrant saw me as his jewel to be added to his treasure hoard. He tried to abduct me. I knew I had no chance of defeating the demon lord, but in the moment I was not thinking at all. I was fighting for my freedom. When it was all over, Nahindri was dead. I eviscerated him, and for many days afterward, blood spewed from his open carcass. First, his body turned to stone, and then his blood, which had been flowing like a stream, began to crystallize into massive purple glaciers. Now, do you see why they're called Nahindrian crystals? Perhaps they should be called Nocticulin crystals, because as Nahindri blood crystallized, so too did my understanding of my power. Soon after, I began my campaign of conquest. I was cunning, swift, and the demon lords themselves trembled before me, knowing I could take their very lives. Only when all of the abyss spoke my name in terror and reverence that I decided that I had been killed enough. I had a realm, I had power, I no longer share with my brother, I had servants, and most importantly, I had safety. No one ever repeated old Nahindri mistakes. No one ever tried to make me their slave. Are the Midnight Isles really the course of the slain demon lords? Yes, my realm is literally quite built on the bones of my slain enemies. Isn't it ironic? How do you turn the dead demon lords into islands? With a smile. Surely you don't expect me to reveal the secrets to you. There is no need for mortals to learn the weakness of demon lords. All I can say is that everything started with my desire for revenge. After I have dealt with Nahindri, I was furious at the thought of that vile, lecherous wretch just teleporting over to the Rift of Repose, where he could turn to stone and stay there to rot for the remainder of eternity. I just want to trample his foul corpse and keep his bloody body within my sight forever. I yearn to display my glorious trophy to all of the abyss. And that's when my power first manifested. I studied my newfound abilities and learned how to use them. Before long, I possessed not just one island, but an entire archipelago. What do you plan to do next? Subdue all the abyss? Possibly. Or perhaps I have something grander in mind. The abyss? Who cares about the abyss? If I depart for Kofir, your guard must watch over my camp in the Nexus and all who are residing there. I'll send my assassin to ensure no harm comes to your entourage. Be grateful for my patronage, mortal. And I still have some missions. Orlu, you're no longer needed here. As you will, my lady. Orlu vanishes, but you notice the look in her eyes, pensive and appraising. Articuno casts a piercing glance at the spot where Orlu was a moment ago, but then she stops you with a commanding gesture. There's one more thing we must discuss. The Lexicon of the Paradox, Lady Warlash magical treatise that contain many secrets of the war wound. You and my servant Lady Warlash were talking about the Lexicon of Paradox for many years. It has remained split in half, harmless, but what was once divided can be made whole again. Who knows what power the book could impart to its owner? What if they expand the war wound even further or connect it to other planes? Not a chance. The Lexicon Paradox has caused more than enough troubles already. You already possessed the first half of the book. Find the other one and bring them both to me. I'll reward you handsomely. Giving the book into my keeping will also protect Lauren from suffering a second war wound. Sir, a second war wound has just hit the Glorion. The Lexicon Paradox would be much safer under my watchful eye than in your travel bags. Wouldn't you agree? Why do you need this book? One war wound alone has become enough nuisance for me. I will ensure that some future magic leafling through this book doesn't link my realm to another plane. I'll consider your offer. The war will not disappoint you. I promise this dangerous knowledge ought to be locked up securely. It won't keep you any longer. I still have things to do. You're taking a liking to my city, I see. I'll then savor it to its fullest, and then come back for the truly important business. The tickler lips part in a smile, in both predatory and luring. Okay, so we did get more mythic powers, which is fucking fantastical. I love mythical powers. Why don't I have elemental? Didn't I have elemental? What? Did it took elemental? No, it took spell penetration. Oh, we definitely want angel, man. Come on, man. And the extra feet? Oh yeah, it is an extra feat. No wait, I already have fire selected, man. How come I feel like my fire damage doesn't do jack? That's some bullshit, man. That is some bullshit. Chance. I sent the summons. Eh. Oh shit. Oh, Iron Will might be nice. Alright, Mythic Zav. I sleep. Eh. Sorcerer's Reflex is interesting, except for the fact that it's only for your first spell after the initial roll. So it's like, if I can catch 2 spells, that'll be kind of nutty. But it's only 1 spell, so like I'm not that thing. Honestly, dude, Iron Will savings, roll that shit twice is actually not that bad. I'm not entirely sure, man. They're all pretty good. I mean, we can go for elemental focus. I have no idea. I mean, we could do elemental focus thunder, but I feel like that's such a waste of a spell slot. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's already immune to thunder, but that will make my thunder spell like actually do stuff, rather than just sit there just jerk off all day. What spells do I use in most of my journals? I still need 50,000 experience, motherfucker. It's either enchantment or evocation. Abjuration. I mean, yeah, it's enchantment or conjugation. Conjugation will increase my grease. The greasy, as I call it. Evocation by fire. I don't know. I do like this spell. The spell has been pretty critical for like all of our Damaggio, but like, do I think it's better to do an evocation or do I think it's better to do abjure? I don't know if abjuration would increase my magic spell, my dispel magic greater. Hmm. Oh wait, no, it's their level, bro. So so it's actually just conjugation. I like this. Probably. Making my weapons or making other people weapons divine is probably not a bad idea too. I think for you, you need extra spell pen. Honestly, inspirational leader. Just because he's not gonna be really that moving that much, and honestly, inspirational leader is just a flat up upgrade. Ooh, enduring spell is also kind of interesting too. Nah, but you can pick that up like next time we get our mythics. I think right now inspirational leader will help out more just because it gives us more saving throws against mind effects. It gives us more initiative. Yeah, and plus you're usually going to be in the middle too. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, because you don't really attack for the most part. So that's for you. Probably an extra mythic is probably not bad. Then for you, I think we want elemental so that your fire damage can now bypass things. Oh shit. Okay. Hey man, that just makes this lady more accurate, and she can use that thing with no penalty now, which is crazy. Okay. That's not as crazy. This is nice just because like when we go against someone that we, you know, fucking dumpstered on, we can always hit and guarantee some damage. But like it's not really that much. It's like 10 damage, man. So like realistically, it's not gonna change like the thingy. I guess it's like 10 damage times 6. Eh. I think you already have the heavy, so I think you should be fine. I don't think you have that much charisma to make that thing well worth it. Abundant casting is nice just because you cast more spells, right? But I don't think you're really that. I think paladins are already immune to all diseases and poisons, so I don't think that's really that good. You don't damage allies. I think Last Stand is nice for a tank, honestly, man. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna say Last Stand. Horse, do you get any of the mythics? Okay, save real quick.
As it should be.
I would like to wish to inform you of treason. Is that so? Who have you decided to inform on? And more importantly, how do you learn of these traitors and how credible are these accusations? I say everything. Interesting. I don't think I'm gonna give her the book. I just don't think it's a... but then again, maybe she should have the book because again, of all people to entrust the book to, maybe the Demon Lord is not the worst thing in the world. For the time being, I think we're gonna call it here. We're gonna call it a little early just because I have to leave. But what should we call it? The plot thickens. We are the key. We are one. I don't know if the war wound is related to us. If it's a brother or sister, or whatever, man. It's a fucking big ass portal, but it has some form of life. Maybe the soul, because she took the part of the abyss and grafted onto us, right? So maybe part of our soul is grafted onto the war wound. But either way, though, I can see this leading us into at least demigodhood, which is kind of crazy because, you know, like, we went from a nobody to now a demigod, brother. But yeah, we still need to eke out 50,000 more experience, though I don't know if we're going to be able to get that because there's only, like, I mean, realistically, we already did. Oh yeah, we gotta talk to the hand of the inheritor. I mean, I already know of a ship, so like, we have two options. We have the bloody what do you call it, pirate, or like the trustable lady. I just don't want to. I'm not gonna give up the book. I think ultimately, I'm gonna keep the book. So yeah, we only have Vexelia Mansion and then the Palace of Incest and Degeneration or something. Yeah, I mean, like, there's really not much we can do, man. If this mansion and that palace doesn't get us over, then I don't know, man. I don't know. We really need 50,000 experience. I would like to level up before we go raid Discari, because I imagine Discari as an actual, I wouldn't say he was a demigod, but, you know, he's someone favored by another god. It is definitely, I think, in our favor to come in there, like, actually level it up pretty substantially, I would say. Kind of leads us to just a method, I guess. Also, I was hoping the lady would give our thing, man. Maybe it's Vexixila who's gonna give me the portal up here, because, like, her mansion's, like, right here. But yeah, we have that, and then the Palace of Incense and Degeneracy. Those are the last two areas, I believe. I guess there's the Assassin Guild, though I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to get to the Assassin Guild. But first we gotta go back and rest, and then hopefully a Rushale thing will pop up so that we can see what's going on with her quest line. Okay, if he takes us to a cutscene, we'll do it real quick. If he doesn't, then what do you call it? We'll call it. Motherfucker. The hand of the inheritor is silent for a long time before speaking. It appears I'm the one to blame for the discord between us. I was a poor companion, and I left you alone in the den of evil, and I'll soon leave you again, so please listen to me before we depart. My faith has suffered a terrible blow, but in my blaze of desperation anger, I have spared no thought of your feelings. Even if you are not chosen one of my radiant mistress, you are still the victim of a plot despised by an evil soul, who insidious defies description. You have my sympathy, believe me. If only I knew how to heal your soul and of the corruption our ruler Borlash has placed in it, I would do so without a moment of hesitation. But I have no such knowledge, and I see no hope ahead. Just darkness and inevitability. Okay. I mean, we already established this motherfucker, like, can get deceived really easily, man. Why didn't I even suspect something like this? I was so eager and confident, and my heavenly mistress Ayamide was so busy with her unfathomable concerns that she could not honor me with an audience. He, of course, was aware of the truth, and without doubt she have restrained me from making such a decision, if only I have taken more time and waited for her counsel. After a pause, the inheritor goes on saying, "It's wrong to blame an enemy for his cunning once you have been caught in the web, but still, Orlor Belash is extremely skillful and powerful spellcaster. Even now, when I look at you, I see the Angel of Light, and nothing reveals the other entity hiding behind that light. I only glimpsed it when you were gaining your powers back where there in the palace. I saw the kingship between your powers and the powers contained within a Nahindrian crystal. What a bitter insight. I feel shocked and confused myself." The angel makes a gesture as he wants to put his hand on your shoulders, but at the last moment he draws back. Wow, man. This is what the good guys, by the way. Good guys see us, you know, as a demon. Motherfucker just like, nah, bro. I don't fuck with you, homie. Well, hopefully Ayamide can be like, yo, that guy's like the GOAT. And then he can go back. But Great, now we don't even have the hand inheritor, man. The grief grows in the angel voice, accompanied by bewilderment. Listen, Hunter Grey Warden, I've already told you that I trust in your good intentions, and I believe you were used against your will, but it is also true that you're a weapon forged by the same hands that mutilated the war with the war wound. And no matter what intentions Orlu and her patrons are hiding, they cannot be good. Therefore, no matter how difficult it is for me to say, you cannot return to the Crusader and fight along the righteous. Wow. Remember when this guy helped us at least maintain our title, and now he's abandoning us to the demons? Well, well, well. The so-called good guys, by the way. But good guys, my ass. Any course of action you choose to prove to be a secret plan orchestrated by Orlu and the Demon Lords. And maybe I should just fucking just go Horus Heresy in this bitch, bro. I've been rejected by the angels. I've been rejected by, what do you call it, Godfrey. I'll be glad to heal you, but I can't. I'll be happy to bring retribution to Orlu and Lady in Shadow for what they've done, but this is not within my power. I'm helpless here, but I cannot just sit around and do nothing. I'm leaving. I'm going to go hunt down the Echo Discari. Then the least one righteous thing will have been accomplished in the abyss. Forgive me. The angel falls silent. His words sound desperate, as if he does not truly believe in the success of his mission, and is seeking your forgiveness now because he knows there will be not another chance. Bro, I like how this guy is just like, fuck it, man. I got nothing else. I'm gonna go kamikaze myself into the divine throne, into the hands of my enemies, and then, you know, we're gonna come over there, we're gonna save his bitch ass, or he's gonna die. I don't know, one of the two, and I'm gonna be like, bro, think, brother. You don't have to blindly just say demons are bad, you know? Like, look at Orlu Vorlash. She does not grant her redemption, or at least she's on the path of redemption. Think of me whatever you want, but I'm going to save the Echo Discari captive, with or without you. My powers may come from demons, but there's no excuse to stop helping my friends. How frail must your fate be if you're ready to lose your trust in me so easily? Don't my deeds clearly show who I am? Do you really think it's fair to judge people by the source of their power, and not by the way those power are used? I don't need your support, and I don't need you either. If you want to die like a fool trying to save someone from the Echo Discari, go ahead. I don't give a damn. How frail must your fate be if you're ready to lose your trust in me so easily? Don't my deeds clearly show who I am? Do you really think it is fair to judge people by the source of their power and not by the way those powers are used? I think to add saltiness, to add extra saltiness to this, be like, bitch, I'm gonna go rescue this bitch anyways. I mean, true, I just need power up, man. Heaven doesn't give me power up. Hell gives me power up. Like, what am I supposed to do here, man? You leave me in a tough pickle. I guess then again, you could also reject, like, the other thing is reject your power and align yourselves with, like, humanity first kind of agenda. But, like, I don't know, man, because humanity is already failing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're already dying left, right, and center here, man. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I don't know. It feels shitty. It feels shitty either way. I feel like 2 would be my logical thing as a lawful man. Like, it is kind of crazy that the first moment he saw anything related to demons, he's like, I'm out. And for that reason, I'm out. And I'm sitting here being like, bitch, we've been through thick and thin together, man, and now you abandon my ass? But I feel like 1 would rub that wound even deeper, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like, man, I'm just a little good guy, and then you're just gonna fucking dip, bro. Fuck yeah. Angel looks ashamed. How bitter it is. You whom I accuse of being involuntary accomplice to dark powers, reminding me of our friend in distress. You're right. We must complete our mission first. We can address all other issues later. No, you won't go alone. I will support you at least in this mission. I will go to the Echo of Lair with you. Just lead the way. Okay, at least he has some kind of decency to actually stay and help us. But this situation is so fucked, man. I mean, we already knew it was gonna get leaked at some point. We just didn't know when. But okay, we'll call it here. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. My name is Hunter G. If I do not see you the next time we stream, then just have a good day, night, morning, afternoon, or wherever you are. Just have fun on that.